The latest in the Aadhaar case, the right to privacy. What constitutes violation of privacy? Supreme Court observed that if a citizen is asked to disclose details that interfere with one's dignity, it is a violation of privacy. The court also observed that if the government collects data to design social schemes, it may not, however, be a violation of privacy. Ashmit Kumar, who was in the court, joins in with all the details. Ashmit.
Well, an interesting set of arguments being forwarded, but before that, just to focus on some of the observations that were made, the Apex Court looks quite balanced at this stage. On one hand, they have clarified that as far as the right to privacy is concerned, they are beginning to look at Article 21, which assures life and liberty, as an inclusion, including the right to privacy. They also went on to say that as a formula to, in fact, act as a threshold whether or not the right of privacy has been violated. They said that if a question or if seeking of information that interferes or violates the dignity of a person, that would qualify as a case of violation of the right to privacy. And while they have said that on one hand, what's interesting is that the same bench has also in fact observed as a part of today's proceedings that there are various cases where perhaps the government would be rightful, would have a legitimate case for seeking information. The Apex Court substantiated its position by citing examples of information that's furnished for purposes of the census, for purposes of the passport, and these are cases that the Apex Court observed are cases where one cannot seek a sense of anonymity as far as furnishing this set of data is concerned, and also going on in fact to say that as far as the schemes are concerned, which the government might design keeping in mind the census data, that again would not be deemed as a violation of the right to privacy. Now, those were of course the initial observations coming in. The petitioners on their part have argued that in today's age of big data, in today's age of big communication, of internet, it is increasingly more incumbent on the Apex Court to in fact lean in favor of having a fundamental status as far as the right to privacy is concerned. What's important now is that the petitioners have concluded their arguments. They've consumed the whole of 2 days before the Apex Court. Beginning Tuesday, which is July 25th, we will begin to see the government coming forth and clarifying its position on, number one, whether they believe there is such a right, the right to privacy, and if yes, then does it enjoy the same status as a fundamental right? Back to you.
All right, Ashmit, many thanks for joining us. So that is today's